Okay, so the first one is a warm-up question. All right, this was actually gone over in one of our previous videos. So the kids that watch the video already know the answer to this, so I figured warm up. Which two teams previously played at Three Rivers Stadium? All right, when we went over our Rivers question, all right, we talked about Three Rivers Stadium, which is no longer in existence anymore, but two Pittsburgh sports teams played at that stadium. You name both of those teams. Who would like to go first?
Man, this is such an easy one. I would let Mr. Holler go first if he wants to, but I know both answers.
I'll say I know. All right, obviously the Pirates, and I mean the Steelers, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like thinking, is this a trick question? Or?
No,
Nicely
no.
done.
I wanted. It was more of a plug for the kids that watched the previous video, but well done.
Okay. Okay.
Nice work, Mr. Hollering.
That was question one. Question two, Mr. Heckman, you'll get first opportunity to answer.
All right, I'm ready. That first one was a tough one, so I'm ready.
In 1951, there was a movie, feature-length movie, that was put out. The Pittsburgh Pirates were the stars of this movie. Right?
Oh, man.
As the movie. Now, there was a remake made later on. But we're talking about the original 1950.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The original one. I got you.
Can you give me that title of that film?
I can give you this. And boys and girls, I got to admit, I have not seen the 1951 original. I've seen the remake, and the remake is unbelievable. Very good. And that movie, Mr. Zaspel, would be Angels in the Outfield.
Bang. Mr. Holland, you look perplexed.
I didn't know it. I'm gonna be
okay,
honest.
Well, that's all right. That's okay. So you're learning something.
Man, that was
I do love the flick though. Great flick, but he kind of threw me for a loop there.
Well, that's what's kind of funny. In the remake, the Angels, the California Angels, are the team, which makes sense. The original, it was the Pittsburgh Pirates, which is kind of funny. Okay, next question. In 2004, this was Big Ben Roethlisberger's rookie season. The Steelers had a great run. Can you tell me what their record was at the end of the regular season? Now, as a hint, there are 16 games in the regular season. What do you think their record was at 2004? That was a Pittsburgh Steelers record.
Man.
I'll go first on this one. I'm going to say 13-3.
It's close. Okay. It's close. I'm going to say, man, I'm between two. I'm between 14-2 and 15-1. I remember that year. It's a good year.
Good year.
Oh, man. Which one do I want? I'm going to go with 15-1.
It is 15-1.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Hey, I'm saying competitor of the day. Here we go.
They went on quite a streak that year, and they beat the previous Steelers record of 14-2 set back in the 70s. So well done.
Great question. Great question.
Yeah. Good guess. Yeah. Good guess, Mr. Heckman.
Yeah.
Good guess.
Know everything. It's an encyclopedia, sir.
All right. So next question. Who is the Penguins' all-time leading scorer?
Ooh.
It's either Mario Lemieux or Sidney Crosby. All-time leading scorer.
Lemieux.
That's good. Lemieux.
But let's not forget, Sidney Crosby is still active, an active player. So that could change. All right. But yes, you're right, Mr. Hollern. It is Mario Lemieux.
Nice job, Mr. Hollern.
Amen. Okay, next question is a multiple choice question. Who is the all-time home run leader for the Pittsburgh Pirates? Now, I'm going to give you three options. Okay? Was it Roberto Clemente? Was it Willie Stargell? Or was it Barry Bonds?
Now, can I ask a question, Mr. Z?
Absolutely.
Is this home runs when they played for the Pirates or home runs in total throughout their career?
Great question.
That's a real good question.
This is only in the black and gold.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Black and gold.
That's a great question. I do have to say Roberto Clemente is my all-time favorite athlete. which is why my favorite number is 21. So if I don't know this, it's going to be upsetting. I'm going to have to go with Willie Stargell, though.
Mr. Holleran?
Stargell. I would have went with Stargell too.
Bang! Willie Stargell, yes. He was a beast, and he crushed it with home runs when he played for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Now, some of you boys and girls might know Barry Bonds, though, as a big-time home run hitter, but that was the thing with the question. It was just in the black and gold, so just playing for the Pirates.
Great question, Mr. Z. You knew we were going to where the Pirates played today.
I did. I had a feeling. Okay, this last question's a little tricky, all right? So it's a fill in the blank. I would like you to name 3 NFL quarterbacks, previous or currently, that grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
3 NFL. Oh, okay. I know 1 NFL quarterbacks.
I got my mind locked in 1 right now.
I got
quarterbacks.
I got 2 right now, man. Okay, 1, 2.
There are several, but I'm not looking for ones that played for Pittsburgh. I'm looking
just
for ones
in general.
Grew up in Pittsburgh.
Okay, I got 3. I got 3 right now.
Do you want to give me one, and then Mr. Holleran can give me one?
I will. I'm going to give you the easiest one,
Okay.
And that's Dan Marino.
That's what I was going to say. I can't think of anybody else.
Dan Marino went to Central Catholic High School, and I think he played for University of Pittsburgh as well.
He did. Actually, he almost stayed at Pittsburgh when he went to Central Catholic, and then he went to Pitt, like you said. Steelers actually almost drafted him, but then, as we know, he went to Miami.
Marino was an animal in baseball, too. He was a great pitcher.
Great pitcher.
That's what I've heard. So that's it. That is 1, Dan Marino. If you go to Central Catholic High School, you can see his jersey hanging up.
Mr. Bucas, he's at Ingemar Middle now, but he used to go to Central Catholic, and he used to play
Shout out to Bucas.
Right?
Yeah. You're going to see Mr. Bucas' jersey hanging right next to Mr. Marino's jersey at Central Catholic.
Mr. Z, I think I got 2 more for you.
Okay, lay it on me.
All right, I'm going with actually a North Allegheny graduate who I think played for the Eagles, and his name is Mike McMahon.
Mike McMahon. That was not on my list. I'll have to look that one up. But being as you are an NA grad and an avid football fan, I'm going to take your word on it.
And you know what? I could mess up the name. I could be completely wrong, but I'm thinking Mike McMahon, North Allegheny graduate, NFL quarterback for the Eagles at some point. That's my number 2.
All right. Yes, Mr. Heckman, great call. We're going to look that one up, but like I said, I'm going to take your word for it.
All right.
So we got 1, we got 2. Mr. Holleran, can you give us a third one maybe?
I'm going to say I'm not positive that he was from Pittsburgh, but in the surrounding area, Joe Namath.
Joe Namath he was from Beaver Falls, which we count as Pittsburgh. So that's the correct answer.
Nice
Very well
job.
done. So Western Pennsylvania is known as like quarterback city. Okay, so we've already mentioned Dan Marino, the North Allegheny graduate, Joe Namath, and then to name a few others, George Blanda, Johnny Unitas, Joe Montana, and Jim Kelly.
Ooh.
Kelly.
Pretty good list in there.
That's a good list. Yeah.
A lot of people consider him the greatest quarterback of all time.
I knew I'd be kicking myself, Mr. Z, whenever you said some of the names. I knew it.
Yeah, but you finished strong. Both of you came up with some good answers.
Hey, you had some great questions, Mr. Z. I love watching your weekly trivias. I haven't missed one yet. So this was really cool to let us come on to your trivia show and answer some questions.
My pleasure. I enjoyed doing it, and I've gotten some nice feedback. So I appreciate you guys jumping on board this week. Okay, so boys and girls, thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Like I said, miss you, but if this is the only way you can see me and I can sort of see you, it's the best that we can. All right, so thanks again to Mr. Heckman and Mr. Holleran, and we will see you next week.